When you feel all alone in this world and there's nobody to count your tears, just remember no matter where you are, Allah knows. Allah knows. When you're carrying a monster load and you wonder how far you can go.
Some people say, how is Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, who was an orphan child, be chosen to be a messenger to the Lord, the Creator, the Maker, the Lord of the universe? They say, are you sure he was a prophet? Peace and blessings be upon him. And the answer is, we are sure he is a prophet. They then say, so every prophet has miracles to prove his prophecy. So what are the miracles that prove that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was a messenger that was revealing the message that his Lord, the Creator, the Maker, sent him with? And the answer to that is that there are a lot of miracles that prove his prophecy, peace and blessings be upon him. There are a lot of miracles. Some of them are very major and some of them are minor, but a lot of miracles happened. And his companions lived and saw these miracles. But somebody can come and say, well, even if he has miracles, what makes you sure that these miracles actually happened? What makes you sure that he has miracles and you haven't seen them? And the answer to that is that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, came with one great miracle that is continuous and that all of us see it between our hands. And that miracle is the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is the greatest miracle Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, came with. It's the words of God, the Creator. It's the words of the one who created us. It has great effect on our souls. It's a source of healing to that is in the chest. Actually, it's also a source of healing to a lot of the diseases that we have. If we believe and we do the sunnah and the ruling and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, which teaches how to be healed with the Quran, even from common diseases. And this is a miracle in itself that Muslims see with their own eyes. Also, the Quran shows us the way, the purpose of life. It shows us what we're doing here, where are we going to, and where we came from. It also tells us everything we need to know about our creation, everything we need to know about this life. It tells us about our Creator in words that are not like words of humans, words that are very close and that have an effect on the souls of all humans who read it.
When you feel all alone in this world.
بيسألوا سؤال وبيكرروه كتير. بيقولوا ازاي انتم متأكدين ان محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كان فعلا رسول أرسله الله الخالق رب العالمين سبحانه وتعالى؟ وعشان نجاوبهم محتاجين ان احنا نعمل مقدمة. فمحتاجين ان احنا نقول لهم ان محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كان مشهور عنه مدة 40 سنة في كل أنحاء وأرجاء المدينة اللي هو كان عايش فيها، اللي هي مكة المكرمة، إن هو الصادق. تخيل معايا شخص معروف عنه في القاهرة مثلا أو في لندن إن هو أغنى واحد في البلد دي أو في المدينة دي. كل الناس عارفين، لو قلت اسمه على طول هيقولوا ده الملياردير. كل الناس عارفين عنه كده. فمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كان كل الناس عارفين إن هو الصادق الأمين، مشهور عنه كده 40 سنة لم يكذب عليه الصلاة والسلام قط. ولكن لما جه بالرسالة عندئذ كذبوه. فيبقى التكذيب نابع عن إيه؟ إنكار للرسالة اللي هو جه بيها. لكن المنطق والعقل بيقول إن شخص معروف عنه سمعته إن هو كده، إن لابد يكون الشخص ده صادق ونقبل دعواه أو نقبل ما يقول. ده المنطق بيقول كده. دي واحدة. ثانيا، كل نبي جه بمعجزات عشان يثبت للناس نبوته وأنه مرسل من عند الله عز وجل. ومعجزة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مستمرة إلى يومنا هذا. لو أنتم عايزين تشوفوها هي موجودة بين أيدينا، معجزة مستمرة على طول. المعجزة دي هي القرآن. القرآن وأنا مش ببالغ هو سبب من أهم أسباب، بل هو أهم الأسباب في دخول غير المسلمين في الإسلام بالمعدلات الضخمة الموجودة دلوقتي. حتى أثبتت الإحصائيات إن في نصف القرن، النصف الأخير بالضبط بالتحديد من القرن الماضي، زادت معدلات دخول غير المسلمين في الإسلام بنسبة 260%. يعني الإسلام انتشر بالنسبة الرهيبة دي. وأنا مش هكون ببالغ لو قلت إن سبب دخول هؤلاء في الإسلام هو القرآن، لأنها معجزة مستمرة. مع فهمهم القليل لما فيه من الإعجاز ومن البلاغة ومن العلم والمعلومات، ولكن تأثير القرآن عجيب جدا في عمق الإنسان، فعلا كلام الخالق سبحانه وتعالى. وده بيشوفوا أي حد شاف الغربيين أو غير المسلمين من الغرب لما بيسمعوا القرآن شافوا التأثير عليهم.
When you feel all alone in this world.
Not only that, but also there is a very logical proof that proves his prophecy. Imagine that a person comes and says, I am the prophet, I am the messenger of the Creator. And as you know, the Creator, He's the one who gave us the ability to see. He's the one who gave us the ability to learn and know. So this shows clearly that He should be the all-seeing and the all-knowing. So if somebody comes and says, I am His messenger, and He is the all-seeing, the all-knowing, and this person comes and commands people to do stuff under His name, and says to people and forbids stuff and prohibits stuff and says this is the command or this is the prohibition of the Creator. And He tells people to marry in this particular way. And He tells people to avoid this particular food. All this on His behalf and under His name. And He is saying the words of God. And God knows and God sees that He is doing so. And He would leave this person say this. And He would leave this person talk on His name, talk in His name, and forbid things, order and command people with things, say things about Him, say things that will happen on the day of judgment that He will do. he would leave him do all that without showing people at a certain point of time that he's a liar, without showing people that he is saying falsehood, without punishing this person that is talking on his behalf? It's impossible. It's impossible. All those who claimed and said falsehood about the Creator were punished at one point or another. That's because He's the all-knowing. That's because He's the all-seeing. That's because He's the omnipotent. That's because He's the all-powerful. So He wouldn't leave somebody talk on His behalf, command people to do things, prohibit things in His name, tell people to marry in such and such a way, tell people to slaughter animals and eat certain foods and forbid other food, and do this all in His name, and talk about His attributes, talk about what will happen, talk about what happened on His behalf, and all this, and He would leave him. This is impossible. And the case of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was different. His mentioning and remembrance was raised all through the generations. 1400 years, His mentioning and remembrance was raised. He is dead, peace and blessings be upon him. So who is raising His mentioning and remembrance? Who is spreading His religion? Why are there new Muslims every day? Who is doing this? At every minute and at every even second. There is somebody somewhere around the globe who is mentioning Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Either in prayer or in the adhan. There are 1 billion Muslims around the globe at different countries, majorities and minorities. They all raise the adhan. This is part of Islam, to raise the adhan 5 times a day. And in the adhan you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is His messenger. So 5 times a day at different parts of the world, these words are being uttered. His mentioning and remembrance has been raised universally all around the globe, 1400 years, over the generations. And He is dead. Peace and blessings be upon Him. His words, His lifestyle, all was recorded. All was recorded and preserved till our day, until the day of judgment. Who is doing this? It's the Creator. This is a logical proof for everyone that He is the messenger of the Creator, Allah, the Lord of the universe. This is quite clear to everyone who wants to understand, who wants to believe.
When you feel all alone in this world.
كمان في حاجة تانية أو حاجة تالتة محتاجين نقولها، وهو إن غير معقول ومخالف للمنطق إن الخالق العليم القدير يأتي شخص ويدعي أنه مرسل من عنده ويحلل باسمه أو باسمه ويحرم باسمه ويشرع الشرائع ويستحل أشياء ويحرم أشياء، كل ده نيابة عن الله الخالق رب العالمين، ثم لا يعاقبه سبحانه وتعالى ويتركه، بل ويعلي ذكره. مستحيل، أو ده يستحيل على الخالق العليم القدير. حتى لو سابوا فترة لابد يبين للناس سبحانه وتعالى، لأنه هو العليم القدير. ولكن اللي حصل أنه رفع ذكره حتى لا يذكر اسم الله عز وجل إلا قرن به اسم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، حتى إن في كل يوم 5 مرات بيرفع الأذان وبيؤذن المؤذن وبيقول أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله 5 مرات في اليوم في دول مختلفة في أوقات مختلفة، ورفعنا لك ذكرك. فده دليل منطقي على أن محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رسول الله. ده دليل لمن كان بيفكر بالمنطق وبالعقل، وإلا فالأدلة مستفيضة. واليقين عند المسلمين أن محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كان خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين، وكان رسول رب العالمين عليه الصلاة والسلام.
When you feel all alone in this world and there's nobody to count your tears, just remember no matter where you are, Allah knows. Allah knows. When you're carrying a monster load and you wonder how far you can